Well, let's go for the smaller ones. Let's use like an SMG. Take down their health a little bit. These guys should be good. I'm not quite sure how much that explosion does, but let's see. Maybe not quite that much, actually. Okay. Alright. Oh, there goes my car. It's kind of tricky. I didn't realize how difficult it would be to kill stuff with phase walking. Now, the entire point of it is to avoid enemies and not necessarily hurt them. Oh, I thought it'd be a little bit more effective, but clearly not. Okay, I think that one counted, maybe. That one, pretty sure counted. Got a few more here. Yeah, I can get these guys. I could definitely see that I might have to change my action skills. Seems like a lot of them cause some kind of elemental effect to linger that is not related to my action skill. I might have to change those and rebuild my run around the actual phase walking and not, you know, kill skills and all that. See how many we have now. We just got this one, so we have, let's say, 50 as a starting point. So now we have 54. Okay. We have to get up to 2,500 eventually. Yeah, okay, we're definitely going to have to figure out some way to improve our phase walk, because we're not going to kill 2,500 Scythids just doing that. I mean, I guess I could if I wanted to keep reloading and, you know, just farming these guys. This is probably like the best area to do that, but I'm not doing all that. There's got to be a better way to do that. See, like, we have all these kill skills that's causing the shock damage and the fire damage, which is great for killing enemies and, like, getting through crowds of stuff, for sure. But that does not count towards that challenge, unfortunately. Yeah, see, like, through all that, we only got one kill. But at some point, we're definitely going to have to respec our skills, for sure. That's another one. I'll get as many as I can now. 50 to 250 is not unreasonable. It's going to take a while, but it's not unreasonable. As long as we chip away at some numbers here. I still don't quite know what Mammoth is supposed to mean. Maybe they just misspelled Mammoth? They just never caught that somehow? I don't know. Another 2, I think. And we need 9 more, 9 more kills for the quest. All these numbers are getting kind of confusing, but It ain't too bad. We just got a quest where we have to kill things. We're also working on a challenge where we have to kill things, but in a different way. You know? It's just a little different. Just a little different. But also, we can't kill them in a certain way, or else they won't count towards the challenge. It's a little confusing. Okay, though. I get it. I get it. I missed. Okay, you know what? Let's just get done with this and move on. And I will put that quest, sorry, that challenge. I'll put that challenge on the back foot, and I will respec my skill points when I get a good chance to do that. Okay. Alright, alright. Let's get a couple more while we can. I swear there was one over here. That was close, but no cigar. And you're dead. Okay. So how many do I have now? At 54, now I have 59. Okay, well. You know, I'll take 9 over nothing, for sure. Get a couple more. Turn that into 11. Okay, alright. There's one. I was hoping for 2, but there's one. Alright, well there's the racetrack quest done. Okay, I was gonna say, are there any more besides this one bad mother, but got it. We got it. I did not mean to kill that. Mean to kill that one either. Or that one. Okay, alright. I guess I'm just stupid. Let's go. Let's move on. There's another... There's another spot where it would be nice to not get caught on the rocks, but... You know, just... guess it's just a little much to ask for. Is that another skithid in there? Is there more stuff in there? There are. Sweet. Okay. Got one more fuel tank, and then I will take a look at possible skill points to invest in the future. It might be possible to just start investing in them and not respec my skill points. Because like I said, those kill skills that I do have are still nice, clearing out large groups of enemies. So I anticipate you know, might be a little tricky to do that without those skill points. Maybe. I feel like all these guys are on fire. I only shot like a few times and they're all dead. Just not great for the challenges, you know? And I know I'm supposed to be trying for critical hits as well. It's just a little chaotic, to say the least. Oh, I missed. Do I have to kill stuff with critical hits, or can I just shoot them? I have to kill them. Okay. Alright, that changes things a little. Yeah, okay. Killing stuff with critical hits is going to be a bit trickier, especially with these bigger enemies. Smaller enemies like these, that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, killing with critical hits on the bigger enemies is going to be tough to time, for sure. Another guy over here somewhere. Where'd he go? Where's he at? Is he up there? I guess I'll just ignore it. SMG? Do I want you? Are you better than mine? 62 times 2, what is that? 114? Or 124, sorry. 124 versus 141. Fire rate on my SMG is way better. This is corrosive. Try it. Couldn't hurt to try it. Magazine size is a little low. We'll try it. Oh, there you are. There you are. Alright, I think that's all the Doll Headland quests done. So now we have a bunch to get done in the Rust Commons. And I don't seem to remember what the Tetanus Warren is all about. King Wee Wee. The Tetanus Warren is a series of interconnected hollows under loose piles of rusting scrap metal. As if that weren't dangerous enough, one of the biggest threats to New Haven makes his home there. King Wee Wee is angry, drunken, and surrounded by a legion of followers. See, I remember this. I remember King Wee Wee, I think, is just a... Is he not just a Scythian? Remember remembering that correctly? I don't know. I might be remembering that wrong. Because I'm thinking that Scythid that we need to kill for a quest is in the Rust Commons, I thought. So I don't know where Tetanus Warren is, you know? I feel like that was a little confusing to say. I'm basically saying my memory is shot. uh, I guess we'll find out when we get to there. Let's go ahead and head out to the commons and get all these done, though. We'll find out. Was that a legendary I got in there? It was. Oh. Hello. Alright, hold on. Let me sell some stuff. Okay, maybe time to ditch one of these pistols that I have. We are starting to pick up a lot. So, you know, stuff might change as we pick up more and more weapons. Transfusion grenade. My god, can y'all leave me alone? Saw you at the corner of my eye. I thought you might be friendly. We have all the upgrades already. Are we done with that? I have more than enough money to afford all these, but I suppose we're all done with those. Okay, let's see what we want to keep. I do think the SMG that I have is pretty nice, to be honest with you. I know I was just talking about the fire rate being lower, but lower fire rate sometimes does help with critical hits, at least for me, so... Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh my god. It's a lot right now. Okay, I want to keep my shock grenades because I forgot they're the cool little thunder grenades. I'll keep those for sure. The class mod we will keep. I do like that. The snipers, I'm just going to go ahead and keep the elephant gun because it does so much more damage. So that's fine. The pistols, let's see what we want. We have this equalizer, which has been serving us very well. Oh, this is the same gun. Oh, okay. Okay, let's sell it then. Let's keep the newer one. Sweet. Way higher level, so that'll be nice. Thanatos, I think that's still good for us. The assault rifle, I know we haven't really been using it all that much, but I seem to recall that having an assault rifle does come in handy when you least need it, or when you least expect it. So I'm going to keep that around. Yeah, we'll keep this. This is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and sell this SMG. That should be fine. Alright. That is all well and good. We need to go to the Rust Commons. Let's go there and do that. The fast travel here, right? I'll take some time to read through the skill tree so we can start working on these challenges a bit more effectively without having to, grind for hours. if you've been watching me for a while, or maybe if you're a new viewer on YouTube and you're catching up on my videos, I do talk about my shoulder pain a lot and my like neck pain right here. I've talked about that in the past. Still going on. Still not going to the doctor for some reason. I think I really just don't want to go to physical therapy because I feel like they would send me there. Maybe not send me there, but you know, they'd have me set up some appointments and all that. I would rather go see a like a chiropractor or something to like pop my shoulder in place and maybe dislodge my pinched nerve or whatever. I don't know, that sounds disgusting, but I think that's what I would prefer if that's possible, but my insurance doesn't even cover a chiropractor, so they even really do that. Um, so I'm kind of just dealing with it because I just don't want to do physical therapy. It's getting better, to be honest. Like, the controller helps. Before, you know, when I'm at my keyboard, I have to keep my arm kind of like this. You know, I have to hold this kind of position down here for a long time, which does irritate my shoulder. Um, the controller helps though, because I can lean back a little bit. I don't have to be like all scrunched up on my desk and lean back a bit. It's getting better for sure. Anyways, anyways, we are looking for something to help with phase walk. I think the explosive artifact is good. We'll keep that. Let's see what else we have here. Increases resistance to damage after phase walking. It's probably going to be helpful if we're going to be phase walking a lot. Gain increased melee damage and phase walk duration. That'll help. Killing an enemy reduces the cooldown of phase walk. Okay, so we're going to want like this entire tree basically. Critical hit damage for sure. Killing an enemy increases your accuracy and bullet damage. Sure, because we're probably still going to have to shoot plenty of times, even if we, you know, are trying to phase walk as much as possible. Increase bullet damage and velocity. Yes, we want that for bosses. Using a melee attack while phase walking does increase damage. Yes. Okay, so we're going to want to invest in this entire tree, basically. Increases elemental effects chance. Probably not. Increase fire rate. Probably not. Increases resistance to elemental damage. That'll probably be nice. You deal shock damage while phase walking. Probably not. I know that says while phase walking. But I don't think that'll actually count towards our, you know, our challenge kills, so I'll abstain on that one. Killing an enemy increases movement speed. Could be nice, but we do have to invest in a couple other skills to get to this. We'll say maybe on this. Adds corrosive damage to your melee attacks. No, because we don't want the corrosive damage to kill the enemies. So no. Killing an enemy causes you to deal fire damage and saves some ammo. No, we don't want that. Increases capacity of the shield. No. Melee attacks can daze enemies, reducing their movement. That could be nice if we have some extra points just to control the battlefield a bit more. Your phase blast can daze enemies, reducing their movement. Yes. Phase walking regenerates health. Yes. Decreases the cooldown of phase walk. Absolutely. Killing an enemy causes your shield to regenerate. That could be nice. So we don't die. We don't go down as often. And each bullet fired has a chance to daze enemies. Okay, yeah. So we're going to mostly want this tree on the right. We're going to want like the entire tree. We're going to want most of the tree on the left. for sure. And then maybe a couple out of this one in the middle here. Maybe let's do Quicksilver and Resilience so we can take less elemental damage. And if we have some leftover points, we can get Intuition. But that's only if we have some leftover, so we'll do that. We will do that. I did not realize how many skill points were available to improve the action skill, the phase walking, but clearly I just didn't take close enough look. We can definitely work with that, though. For the purposes of critical hits, I think... Not to switch topics out of nowhere, but for the purpose of critical hits, I think we want to use a shotgun. Especially for, you know, these guys here. I know I'm not the greatest shot in the world, but it's pretty easy to get critical hits on human enemies. This will work. I don't really need much to help this. And then I guess we'll just finish those challenges out and then figure out what we want to move on to next. Okay, there's that quest done. Gotta go find a submachine gun, hidden journals, some hidden, not hidden car parts, but some car parts. And we gotta go clear some pipes. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. Just gotta go around the areas and pick some stuff up, basically. Now, if I remember correctly, I think the fast travels have a respec option, right? We can change our skill tree from here, right? Not there. Here. Yes. Great. I'll keep my beanie. I like the beanie. Reset skill points. Yes, please. So let's go ahead and go hard in this tree. And we want today's enemies. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, I just had to sneeze. Anyways, we want resilience. No, striking. So we can get... Wait, hold on. Yeah, we want striking so we can get dazed enemies. We can daze and confuse them. And I suppose we might as well just get both of these here. We do want both of these. So let's go ahead and split these now. And we'll fill those out as we level. And we will get the rest of these skills here. So hopefully we have enough to fill out the rest of this tree, but I don't really know yet. Okay, so we're gonna want some kind of class mod to help with those skills that we just invested into. We don't have Radiance anymore. We do still have Slayer, so we are going to get some extra critical hit damage, which is nice. But I believe we don't have Quicksilver. We don't have High Velocity. No, we do have High Velocity. Okay. We don't have Quicksilver and we don't have Girl Power. So, you know, it's going to be like maybe a little weak on the class mods, but we can still make it work. Let's keep the Tempest class mod on so we can get that extra critical hit damage.